Alright, today we are going to head to the Javelin Wreckage on Daymar. You want to arrive at orbital marker 3. These right here are, I believe, UEE security, so they're NPC ships. And sometimes that can be a good indication that you are onto something secret. They give little clues. So, we are in a hammerhead. It'll take us a minute to get down to the surface. From here, we have to fly down. There are markers. So you go to orbital marker 3, and you want to orientate yourself. Okay, there's the map. That's Daymar. Orbital marker 3 on Daymar. And what you're looking for when you get here, people refer to this as the dog's head. It's just a little area of kind of shadow. You'll notice there's a couple big chunks of shadow, mountain range, lots and lots of craters. But if you look right there, it's a kind of looks like a dog head. We'll fly in a little bit closer. I'll go ahead and turn the in-game sounds on so you can enjoy the audio. I also need my headgear. And we're going to go ahead and take a little flight. So, the idea is to head basically towards that dog head, just to start. After we get a little bit closer, we're going to look for a couple of land formations. Actually, right there, this little circle crater, it's kind of off the nose of the wolf. This right here is roughly about where we're going. If I'm not mistaken, that's right there where the wreckage will be. So we're just going to do this in real time, and I'll show you how long it takes to get there. Doing this in a big ship isn't necessarily the smartest thing. It's, takes a long time to turn and such, but I just really enjoy flying the hammerhead around. It's good times. So once again, when you're here, you want to look for this pattern of shadows with this very unique looking dark spot. Some people say, again, it looks like a dog head or a wolf head with this little kind of mouth, ear, maybe like a neck. This would be kind of the nose. What I look for is I pretty much go straight off the nose, and I look for, it's either this little circle crater or that little circle crater. It might be this one. But we're going to head down through this area, and we'll find the wreckage. It'll either be here. I'm almost certain it's here. But as you get close enough, it will spawn and you'll be able to see it. It'll take us a few minutes to get down there, so enjoy the ride. There you can see the dog head a little bit more clearly. Give you a good look around on Daymar so you can kind of see for yourself. We are traveling again from orbital marker 3. And we're heading towards the nose of the dog. When we get down on the ground, I'll probably bring up the quantum travel markers so you can see distances for yourself. Get a good idea of exactly where and how far things are compared to the Javelin. I'm just going to pitch up a little bit and get a better look. Again, you kind of want to just sort of go from the nose of this dog shadow. You want to kind of look for this little circle right here. There will be off the nose, one circle, a ridge, and another crater circle here. The wreckage is about right there. And there goes the security NPCs. Again, I believe that's an indication that you're near something kind of secret. Developers of video games tend to like to do things like that. And you don't really see AI security in this system, at least during 3.7.1. You don't see them very often. So I'm just going to reorient myself. And the Javelin Wreck should spawn before long. Just going to slow down my approach speed, change my vector slightly. Oh, I was a little bit off. Right there is the Javelin Wreck. Okay, so it's not that crater. It's right there. You can actually see it already. I've only been here a handful of times. In fact, 2. This is my 3rd trip out here. This is a an open fire area, so be careful of enemy players. Weapons are hot here. We'll do a quick flyover and then we'll land. The lore is the javelins are so massive that it's very difficult for them to escape gravity. So if they get close enough to a planet, they're pretty much doomed, as this one was. Let's do our little flyover. We'll go ahead and land. I got a little closer than I wanted, but that's okay. You can see the sheer size of this thing. It's way bigger than a hammerhead. All right, let's have a little tour around. I'll show you the orbital markers. I'll try to remember before I close the stream, but it just shows you the distances. For instance, so I don't have my notepad with me handy, but we'll go over that later on. Right now, we'll just take a quick little tour on ground. When you're lowering a vehicle on an elevator, you want to try to be in the pilot seat or have somebody in the pilot seat of the vehicle. Otherwise, they jump and jerk and they'll end up falling off. or sliding through the elevator. And there is low gravity on this planet, as it's actually a moon. Well, I might have made a big mistake. So this might end the stream for us, but that's okay. Apparently you're not supposed to drive on this just yet. No, I think we're fine. Uh-oh, are we stuck? I think we can get through this. Yep, we're good. So, point of note, don't drive on the Javelin. But you can walk around inside of it, at least pieces of it. For instance, the cockpit you can explore. Which, or should I say the bridge, which I'm not exactly sure where it is. I believe it's up here somewhere. This ship, when it's actually together and not in pieces, is so large that it'll have its own in-ship tram system, so a train. And sometimes you will encounter enemy players, like I said, so you have to just be really careful. See if I can get through this without killing myself. Nope, we're gonna get stuck. Alright. That was kind of on purpose. Well. If you don't own a Cyclone, I strongly recommend them. They are awesome. At least I enjoy them. But of course I also enjoy rock crawling on and all kinds of silly things like that. I wonder if you can drive on this part. Probably not. Nope. I guess you just get no traction. Maybe some kind of a specialty metal, you know? Traction resistant. I don't know. But again, that's the Javelin wreckage on Daymar. So in a moment I'll head back to the Hammerhead. Ooh, I can probably drive through this. Let's find out. Oh yeah. Ooh, this gravity's a little bit too light for my taste, but that's okay. Take a look at this other engine. That's what I think these are, is the engines. I don't know for sure, though. Is that the bridge? That might be the bridge down there. We'll take a quick look at that, too. I don't really want to crash this this Cyclone. They're really easy to tip, and once you tip them, it's pretty much done. You might get lucky and untip it, but that's kind of hard to do. There used to be kind of a bug where you could rotate the camera and flip your Cyclone back onto its wheels, but they eliminated that. That might be the bridge. No, I don't think so. It doesn't really matter. The bridge is here somewhere. You can walk around inside of it. Half of it's buried. Oh, here it is. Whoops. Yep, here is the bridge. We'll go ahead and take a quick walk inside. Hopefully nobody snipes us. And this is the bridge of a Javelin. Half of it's buried beneath the sand. There you go. Now let's head back to the hammerhead and I'll lift off and do some orbital markers so you can see distances. And then I'll cut the stream off. We're just gonna leave the Cyclone. I don't have to repark it. Again, the gravity's really low. That's why we can jump so high. Though it should be different on this elevator. Yeah, you see how now we're jumping lower? Those are the engines. Twin engines. Up here's a turret. That's for the bottom turret. Let's go ahead and lift off. Alright, let's go ahead and bring up our quantum. And I'll show you, I'll just kind of pan over. I'm going to look for the orbital markers. Orbital marker 5, 454.8. Orbital marker 3, 22.5. Let's see, are there any others? You can even use the distances of those other, you know, the shipping hubs and such, but, you know, I typically find it easier to, to locate these types of things at night just by going, using distances, but it can be a pain in the butt. Oh, let's see. I think that's an orbital marker. Yep. Orbital marker 662.1. And there you go. That is a relatively easy way to find the Javelin wreckage on Daymar. I hope you've enjoyed this tour.